Okay, now let's look at Euro USD. We're going to go over support and resistance. This is a good exercise when you're backtesting or literally just improving on your muscle memory, whether it's support and resistance, trend lines, patterns, bank levels, imbalances, banker blocks, liquidity pools, etc., or even Fibonacci. Go on a daily chart, stretch the screen so you don't know what's going to happen, so you don't want to cheat, right? Move all the way to the left, anywhere random, and go on this indicator here on the replay mode, anywhere where you want to go. So let's just say there. Anywhere will do. Go back to the screen, and now we have no idea what's going to happen next and where we are. We're in the 27th of October, literally almost a year ago, back in 2020. So let's do some support and resistance. So where can we start? If we first start from the wicks and also the bodies, just wherever there's some sort of rejection. So for example, we can clearly see there's a rejection here, a rejection here. There's rejections here, here, break and retest, break and retest, break and retest, and eventually again, break and retest. Where's the next level of support and resistance? There's levels here, levels right here, and also levels right here. Again, simple stuff. Break and retest, it rallied. It rallied from here. What's price likely to do from here? It's either likely to drop, have some form of a rejection, or completely break and retest and a continuation. So let's see what happens. Okay, completely smashed through, which doesn't happen often, but you can see that there was lots of bearish momentum. There was some form of a rejection on the smaller time frame, but it did react of this particular level. And we did say that price is unlikely to break this unless there's news. This is what news does. It gives you that fuel. News is like the petrol and the oil that you need to power the car. Technicals is the direction. It's the steering wheel. It's where you're going to turn, where you're anticipating price to reverse from or go to. News is just fuel. Okay, so let's tidy the chart up one more time. I'll just go with the flow. Okay, let's go on the 4-hour time frame. Again, now you've got more support and resistance. There's levels here and also mini levels here. And let's just see how it plays out. Completely smashed through. Break and retest, potential stop hunt to go short, I'm anticipating. There we go, that was a stop hunt. Simple psychology stuff. Retail trap, as you can see here to the left. Breakout, it entices traders to go long. This is really, really important. So look at the strong bullish candlestick. What does that indicate? Right, it indicates that price is very likely to come up here. It then retested, messed around a bit. Then it formed another bullish candlestick, but the wicks are telling you it doesn't really want to come up here. There's too much rejection from the buyers, too much selling pressure. If we actually zoom in to see what's happening, to have a clearer picture, psychology is telling you a few things. Traders right now are bullish. They've bought it on the break and retest, especially on this bullish engulfing candlestick. But notice how it rejects from this current support. It's not convincing. It then obviously pulled back, formed a bit of a wick, and another wick and a bullish engulfing, but this wick at the top is telling you the buyers don't really want to go there, so be careful. So this is a stop hunt that I completely just anticipated, freestyled, and lo and behold, it did actually drop to the downside. So the point I'm trying to get across is support and resistance, yes, it works, but think of it as a contrarian approach. Always anticipate some form of a stop hunt or something completely the opposite of what you're anticipating. So here, for example, it's rejected, it's rejected, it's rejected. So what's likely to happen is it looks really, really similar to what's happening down here, right? So let's see what happens. Exactly. So double bottom, as you can see, enticing traders to go long. And then what happens? It drops to the downside, does a stop hunt of the double bottom, triple bottom, in fact, and then it reacts of this particular level, then it goes long. So the psychology is constantly just playing against you if you're trading the basic support and resistance. Let's follow the market. Maybe we need to update the support and resistance. There we go. Again, we can even see some form of a trend line here forming. which is anticipating, it's giving us a heads up that price is likely now to drop to the downside. And now this is why we don't want to use support and resistance, because it's limiting us to potential gains. So from what I can see, Rita will do something like this and sell it towards this level, but they're missing out on all this potential growth towards the very, very bottom of the actual pattern. So what happens? Okay, completely went long. So let's just go with the market. Now what we can do is tidy everything up. It looks really, really messy. Let's go back to the daily. It's just a lot clearer. It's making new highs. This is a level where it's likely to reverse from. The next level would be down here. Look to the left, structure leaves clues. And what can we see? There is some form of resistance at these particular areas. There we go. Break and retest, fake out. Happens all the time. This one now, break and retest. Traders now that are long in the market, their stop losses are done here. They have now been stopped out, right? So buyers have been stopped out, trading support and resistance, right? Look at the psychology. Now, the traders that have sold it on the break and retest, guess what? Their stop losses have been stopped out. So this is why 90% of traders fail, is because both buyers and sellers are getting stopped out left, right, and center. This is why we utilize, and it's very important that we implement patterns with smart money concepts. Then you have an edge in the markets. Otherwise, trading the basic stuff like support and resistance, you're not going to make it. It's going to be really, really, really hard. So let's see what happens now. All right, this level respected a bit, but just notice how it normally spikes a little bit below. So traders have bought it. Bearing in mind, guys, this is a daily time frame, right? How many traders right now do you believe? Wait, hold on. Let's delete this. There we go. How many traders right now do you believe have bought this market based off these wicks, right? On the 1 hour time frame. Let's go back one more time. This is just a daily, by the way. Simple stuff, right? Break and retest, previous levels, simple stuff. Even let's just go to the 1 hour. It lets me. There we go. And what do we see? A double bottom. But let's actually remove this. Just give me 1 second. Double bottom, bullish engulfing, momentum, right? It's just not like, come on, guys. Double bottoms at supports are very, 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 very risky. But this is why we don't trade what the masses are trading. So complete stop hunt to the downside, then a bullish engulfing, and then a reverse. So always, always, always expect something like this. A rejection or a double rejection, a stop hunt, and then a rally. Same here. Some form of a rejection, maybe a double, and then a stop hunt, and then a drop, right? And if you're looking for a retest of this level, then expect something like this, stop hunt, and then a drop. Always, always, always have that in mind. There is always going to be a stop hunt. 90% of the time, there will be a stop hunt, right? Even here, look. Let's see what happens. You see that? What did it just say? Resistance, resistance, stop hunt, right? Let's continue. Again, clear support, clear level, right? Clear level, clear level, clear level, little rejection, stop hunt. Where's the next stop hunt now? Let's actually remove everything one more time. This is the next level. This is also a level here. Upper level. And we'll leave it like this. Let's see what happens. Okay, now I'm expecting a stop hunt. I could be wrong, but I'm expecting a drop, right? For two reasons. One, retail traders, well, this is the daily, in fact. So this is actually a good trade. But now, notice there is a high here. So In this occasion, yes, it did actually break and retest, and then it went long. So this is a good valid trade. I'm not saying that it's never going to work if you're trading support and resistance, or if you're trading simple, price is going up, break and retest. Yes, it is going to work, but most of the time it's not, as you saw from the previous examples. But now we do have this area. So I am expecting price to do some form of a stop hunt and then a drop. Or it could potentially come up here, but I believe it's unlikely and I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm completely freestyling. So let's actually just see what happens. Let's implement this level. The reason I'm doing this level is because obviously on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, it's pretty relevant, right? Bearish momentum, double break and retest, continuation to the downside. So it's a valid resistance. Let's see what happens. There we go. See? It went up, done the stop hunt, or it grabbed liquidity, and then it dropped to the downside. So it happens time and time again, guys. So just bear in mind that whenever you're trading support and resistance or anything, always, always, always expect some form of a stop hunt, guys. On that note, this is a good exercise for anything, whether it's support and resistance, you're trading bank levels or any strategy. Just go to a random day and just practice. It makes perfect. You don't see Cristiano Ronaldo scoring hat tricks week in, week out without going to the training ground, right? The same with trading, or Usain Bolt, he does a 10-second race, but he's been training for 12 months. It's the same with trading. Always, always, always back test, work on your muscle memory, do some tweaking and just find it fun. It's really challenging. Enjoy the challenge, everyone. Then you go to the markets prepared. Okay, guys, on that note, see you next time.